Right then, we're fishing.
Here we are, guys and girls. Welcome back to another sunset in Anglesey. How are we all doing? Hope you're all well. We are fishing. We are fishing. Now I know you might just see a silhouette of me because of the sun hitting the screen, but I thought you'd love to see this lovely sunset. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. Sorry I was being rude there, I was looking away. We'll do that again. Welcome, as I say, to another glorious sunset here in Anglesey. We're in Anglesey, North Wales, Cymru Morn, my home ground, and we're fishing on the rocks. I've brought you away from the beach this evening and we're on the rocks. We're not out alone tonight. I've got another YouTuber with me. First time for me to meet this chap. Well, I haven't brought him along, Tommy. That's the wrong way to say it. We've had messages backwards and forwards. He does quite a bit of YouTubing here in Anglesey, mainly lure fishing. We'll tell you a bit about his channel in a bit. But when he started, I dropped him a message with a few kind hints and tips. As I found that he was fishing some of my marks, which is fine, absolutely fine. But I gave him a few hints and tips and asked him if he would tilt the camera in a different direction. If you're new to my channel, you will find out that's how I film. I don't try and give too much away, but I try and put enough within a video that you can work it out. So here we are, we're on the Isle of Anglesey, we're on the rocks. We've got another YouTuber with us, which I plan to do Get to Know the Angler. Now, if you're a regular of the channel, you'll know that Get to Know the Angler is something I started about 5 months ago, where I ask an angler that's with me random questions so I can get to know them and you can get to know them. But every Get to Know the Angler that I've done, I've known in person for a long while. So tonight's Get to Know the Angler is going to really be Get to Know the Angler on a different level from myself and for you. Targets tonight. The YouTuber, I'm not giving the name away yet, but the YouTuber that's fishing just to my left, which might be your right, because it's like reversed on the screen, has never caught a thornback ray. So we've come to this mark, hopefully to get him a thornback ray. There's been a few rays about, but they have been about at distance. So we'll see what we can do. We'll try our best. Hopefully they'll move in as the sun goes down. We will talk to you about a few different things coming up in the pipeline, a few new ideas, bring you some fish tonight. We've brought you off the beach back onto the rocks. We will talk to you about a few bits and pieces. Some hopefully will be of interest to you, and some just fast forward, skip, turn off. It's your choice. Nobody forces you to watch, but I absolutely love to have your support, love your feedback. Please drop something in the comments and stay with us, bear with us, and let's see if we can get some fish and get to know this angler, this fellow YouTuber that's fishing next to me. Fish on. Right then, we've had a couple of swift pull downs. So the rig I'm fishing with, guys, is a loop rig. Not a rig that I usually use when I'm targeting rays, but the reason I'm using it is because I'm playing about. It's really trying to see if I can get two rays at the same time. Some would say that's cocky. I have done it a fair few times now, but I'm trying to do it tonight. We've got a little bit of a action on there. Could be a dogfish, that to be fair, but it's first cast. A bend in the rod. Not sure it's just come off. Yeah, so I'm just playing about, seeing, oh no, something's still there. Seeing if I pick up two rays at the same time, seeing if I can pick up a few different species, and having a bit of fun. It's just a short evening tonight, as I'm getting to know the gentleman by my side, having a bit of chit chat, having a bit of fun. Hey. I'll jump down there. I may go out the screen a little bit now. And as expected, it's the North Wales dogfish. Doggy. boy, do not be doing that. Right then, guys, we're just having a bit of a giggle there, and I'm throwing my loud voice about. Don't worry, I don't shout at everybody, only some people. Only if I've just got to know you. I was going to show you a baited up hook, but I've got a bit of a tangle going on through the excitement here. Let me show you. So I'm fishing a loop rig, and the baits I'm putting on them are fairly ray size baits. Now I'm fishing on pennel style tonight, which you know I don't like to do when I'm ray fishing, but because it's my loop rigs, on that top one there I've got a bit of squid and a bit of mackerel. On the bottom one I've got a little bit of a shiny dazzler like you get on a mep spinner, a little bit of sand eel. I'm just flicking that about, well, casting it out, letting it do its thing and seeing if I can pick up a few different species. You don't seem to get many pollock here because it is very, very clean ground. But you do get dabs and the occasional flounder. Not many flounder, but you do get the occasional flounder, dabs, turbot. Turbot, guys, turbot. Hence why I'm fishing with the bobbly dazzler on the bottom, to try and get a bit of a turbo action. So I'm going to put this one together. I'm going to then put my second rod together because I've only got one out, because I have been having chit chat and messing about and catching dogfish. So I'm going to sort this out, and then we'll have a bit more chit chat, a bit more mess about, hopefully catch a few more fish. But what I wanted to also show you was look at this fancy new hoodie that I've got off Anglesey Bait Centre. Oh, well, I got from Anglesey Bait Centre, which are now in stock, guys. Now, you know I don't do sale pitches because that is not what I'm about. But if you want a lovely, classy hoodie and you're in the area, they're in stock. And they usually go very fast. Got a bit of a slack liner. We've got a stunning, stunning sunset. Look at that. Stunning sunset. Life is tough. Life is tough. And life chucks all sorts of gambles at us and mysteries. So one of the things I wanted to tell you this evening is, you may be aware, I have mentioned I've dropped to 3 days a week at my current job of 6 years, but I'm offering my services. Good God, that sounds dirty and rude, doesn't it? I'm offering my services as a guide. So I will be doing guided sessions on Anglesey and North Wales, not just in the sea, but I've got access to Specimen Carp Lake, Trout Fly Lake, Trout Bait Lake, and 2 pleasure lakes. So if you'd like to try freshwater fishing for the first time, or if existing, does that? Yeah, if you want to try freshwater fishing for the first time, or you want to get out and do a bit of sea fishing, I'm offering my services as a guide. You can check me out on my social media platforms, which is Facebook, which is Tommy Joe, that's who I am. Or you can check me out on Instagram, and you can drop me a message on either regarding what's up and what I'm doing. And if you're interested, guys, I'd love to hear off you. So that's enough of that. That's enough of this. Sun's going down. My big head's hiding it. We've got a fish on again. So I won't get the second rod together just yet. I'll deal with the fish. The fish. Most probably another dogfish because I'm fishing with small baits. Smaller baits. Look at that for a sunset. Isn't that gorgeous?
Like a blood moon, isn't it?
Well, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to hold my hand in mid-air, so basically I got the mic there. So we'll start off with a quick introduction. This is Ash, which has a channel called, I'll let you go on that one.
Coast to Coast Fishing. Please take a look if you want to.
So
no pressure.
No pressure, no. There's never any pressure. And I always say that when people watch my channel. If they want to switch off,
exactly,
switch off. Yeah. Nobody forces you to watch it, so yeah. So, get to know the angler is something. Let me go back a little bit actually, sorry. So, Ash moved to Anglesey how long ago?
3 years to the day, roughly.
3 years to the day.
Yeah.
She's spending an anniversary with me, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. Brilliant, eh?
Yeah, so Ash moved to Anglesey about 3 years ago and then started the YouTube channel how long ago?
About 18 months, I think.
18 months ago.
It took me about 4 months to catch anything, so I didn't do anything. I didn't put a video up from it. So 18 months or so.
So you've moved here. I'm going to sort of twist this one. We're not going to go straight in with the questions. We're going to do a little bit get to know you first. You moved here from the mid-country.
Yes, Peak District.
Peak District. Miles away from the sea.
Yeah, couldn't get any further anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. So, when you come to Anglesey, was that the first time you sea fished?
No, I've done it once before.
Right, okay. Okay. So, it's fairly new to you.
Oh, very new.
Very new, yeah?
Yeah.
But you're catching a few fish, yeah? You've
Well,
had a few.
yeah.
You're doing well on the lures, aren't you?
Yeah, yes, I am actually. Yeah, I did okay. It took me a while, but once I kind of figured it out, I got there.
You think you got there?
I got there, yeah.
Right then, so let's go straight into a few questions because I don't want to keep people on suspense of just watching us chit chat. Couple of questions. So, Ash, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 46.
46, yeah? But why did you then start a YouTube channel?
I started on because we moved here and I thought I'm going to start sea fish, which I've very rarely done. I thought I'll just do my journey, see how it goes, because I'm basically starting from scratch.
That's fair enough. That so that there basically shows if anybody else wants to start a channel and sort of show,
Yeah,
you know, where you can start your journey to where you end up your journey.
exactly.
Yeah. Right then, so we've gone for that one, and I haven't written anything down. I've come in rough and ready on this. Yeah. What's your biggest fish you've caught in the sea so far?
I would say a 4-pound wrasse.
A 4-pound wrasse, which we just had a conversation about. An amazing fish, aren't you?
Yeah, it was nice, yeah.
Did you get that on camera as well?
I have got a photo somewhere, yeah.
Right, okay. Is that on?
And it is on camera, yeah. It's on one of my early videos, I think.
On one of your
But
earlier
it's on a
videos?
GoPro, so it never looks the right. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? Funny enough, I look at fish sometimes on when I'm doing the editing, and they look a lot smaller
Yeah, they do,
sometimes.
yeah.
That's a bloody good excuse for anglers, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all YouTubers' fish are absolutely massive, guys. They just look smaller on screen. Yeah. So what? So you got previous fishing history.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what's your So your previous fishing history, sorry, is freshwater.
Yeah, coarse fishing.
Coarse fishing.
All coarse fishing, yeah.
So what's your biggest freshwater fish?
Oh, God, this is a good question. I think I had a 12-pound pike, I have.
Right.
And about a 14-pound carp, because I did carp fishing, but not properly, if you know.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But that's it, and things in between there.
So, what did you say? The wrasse was your biggest sea fish? Yeah.
I caught a 3.5-pound bass as well, but yeah, wrasse is the biggest.
So.
Oh no, I lie. Sorry, 8.5-pound huss is my biggest sea fish.
So an 8.5-pound huss. Okay,
Yeah,
so there's
of
a
course it
variety of
is.
fish there. You've had a bass of a nice size. You've had a wrasse and the huss. Yeah,
that's right,
I was sort of thinking. I'm sure I seen you with the huss not long ago.
Yeah. Big fish.
So my question to you, because there's always been a little bit of a debate between saltwater anglers and freshwater anglers, that us freshwater anglers, now I'm a multi-skilled angler, I like to tell people anyway, but there's a big debate that we puddle chuckers or what have you.
Yeah.
Would you say fish fight better in the sea or freshwater?
Freshwater.
All day long, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I totally
Don't know why, but they do. Yeah.
totally agree, and I really can't explain to some of the viewers that I know have never tried it that they should really try freshwater fishing, because it's definitely
Well, they fight to the bank, don't they?
Yeah.
Whereas sea fish fight and they give up. That's my experience so far.
unless you get a taupe.
You're not caught one, but
Yeah, but unless you get a taupe. But then I've had taupe to 44 and I've had catfish to 44. A 44-pound catfish, it's amazing compared to a taupe. I had 120-pound sturgeon.
oh, that's a big
Nothing compared to that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, people don't realise how well the freshwater fish fight, do they?
Yeah, you are. But to be honest, I've not really asked many people for advice as such, really. I've done a lot on my own, really. I mean, I've reached out to you, but there's not many people.
No, that's fair enough.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've kind of worked.
Have you got any targets this year you would like to catch?
I would like to catch more bass, really. I'd like to catch a collie. I've never caught a collie.
Never caught a collie. Well, that's an easy one come November.
I don't know really, Tommy. I just like catching fish. I'm one of them. I'm quite easily pleased, to be honest with you.
That's handy to know once it goes dark, eh?
You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. You never know what you're going to catch in the sea. It's not, is it, as such?
No, you're not actually going to target a specific.
No,
you
not
are
really.
in some sense, but when that rod goes, you really don't know
yeah.
what it is. Literally, from a crab, a starfish, to a shark,
It could be, yeah.
to a
Lobster,
lobster, an
yeah.
edible fish. Yeah. So yeah, I think there's a few questions there, but I have got a couple more that I'd like to ask. One, did you watch YouTube before you come to Anglesey, or is it something you started watching more to gain some local knowledge?
As in fishing YouTube.
As in fishing YouTube.
When I decided that I was going to start a channel, then I watched quite a bit to get some ideas of what people use, because I had no idea. Do you know what I mean?
Fair
I've always been a lake fisherman or a river. I wanted to use lures because they work in lakes, don't they? So
Yeah.
I wanted to target those kind of predators. Really, that's what I did.
So, what the back of that question was, you find that YouTube has helped you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah. And what we're going to do, right, is we're going to be a little bit naughty here with this question again, yeah? I'm not going to ask you who your favourite YouTube channel is, because I don't think that one's fair. Obviously, it's me, you know what I mean? I'm only joking. But, and you can shout out, I really don't mind anybody, yeah? Whose channels have you found more helpful? And don't feel pressure that you have to see me because I'm sat next to you. Literally, honestly, whose channels have you found more helpful towards guiding you in the direction?
It's funny, you see. I don't know if do you ever watch The Ginger Fisherman?
I've heard about him, but I haven't.
He is very, very good, but he's all pike and that kind. But bass are like pike, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, very similar.
So I just kind of, but I did start watching yours, and I watched Kirian's, and then as I broadened it round, I can't remember. There's quite a few I watch. I do like Fish with Carl. Have you ever seen him?
Yes, yeah, brilliant, yeah, fantastic.
So and then
So Fish with Carl. It was Carl and Alex.
yeah, Carl and Alex
originally.
Yeah. And then
They started YouTube, you know.
Yep.
They were the
Yeah.
original
yeah,
anglers to YouTube. Yeah.
and then for a bit of banter, I like watching Snag Bro because I think they're funny together as a duo. Do you know they catch nothing, but they're good.
One again, I haven't seen, to be honest.
Yeah, but I do, like you say, I do watch the lads from Anglesey now because I think we should, because that's what it's all about. We're all, do you know what I mean? Doing the same thing, same goal. Do you know, catch some fish.
And I have one question which I know the answer to. You've said you've moved to Anglesey, and that's it now. This is home, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to learn the Welsh lingo?
Well, we did have lessons. Yeah, I'm trying.
That there to me is a massive respect.
Yeah, I do know certain bits.
That to me is good.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're going to learn the Welsh lingo.
It's very hard though.
It's very hard, yeah, because obviously we're North Wales, South Wales, and West.
Yeah.
We all have a little bit of a different twang to each other as well.
Yeah. We were having lessons, but then obviously I started different jobs. We had something to give because of the times. But yeah.
So I'd like to thank you for doing the random questions, and hopefully we can get you a fish. I don't think we're going to bag up tonight, to be honest with you.
Ah, well.
We might get some now the sun's dropped.
Yeah, but like I said to you before, the sceneries. Do you know what I mean? Fishing comes second sometimes to me. It's
good to meet new people
it is
and
to meet new people and have a chat.
To be fair, I've said this year that I want to meet more anglers, not just YouTube anglers, but anglers in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good for that. So on that note, guys, we'll get back to the fishing. I won't bring it back to screen unless we get a fish. That there is a promise, because I do feel I've spoke a lot in this video. So I won't bring it back to screen now unless we get a fish. And one last shout out for your channel.
It's Coast to Coast Fishing. If you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't, not a problem.
Spot on. Thank you. If it was a tiny ray for you, to be honest. Anything. Just to get you off a blank. Look at that for a glorious night. Well, it gets you off the start, doesn't it? I will leave them tuning into your channel to find out what you caught. Double heads of fish, whiting and dogs as it's gone dark. Whiting and dogs, whiting and dogs.
No.
Well, guys, we're getting absolutely annihilated by dogfish, pin whiting, and my first one of the year, a spider crab. Look at the size of that bugger. A big spider crab, first one of the year. not what I like to see, but it does mean that summer is definitely on the way. These can be a pain in the backside, shall we say, when it comes into the summer, especially when you're fishing big fish baits looking for taupe. These can be an absolutely pain in the arse.
You don't use a light?
No, what do I want a light for?
That's what I don't think that you recorded.
Pardon?
I wondered how you just use a flash, do you?
I just use the flash, yeah, to record, yeah. Keep it all simple. That pie's repeating on me.
I told you.
Well, he says. Well, with the will of the well, as well, see. But, yeah, there's plenty of fish. The fish is plentiful. But to be fair, we've spent more time like two ladies in the hairdressers just talking about life and fishing and family and kids. But every time we've wound in, there's been whiting and doggies, spider crabs. So the fishing's there. We're not really fishing. It's a nice chilled night. And I would honestly say that there's nothing on it this time. Now I've said that. But there has been plenty full of fish. I think I've had about 4 doggies and a couple of whiting. Ash has had quite a few whiting. So there's fish there. But like I say, we're just literally having a good chin wag, enjoying it. And getting to know somebody new. And to be fair, on my behalf, I've been putting it off a little bit. Ash has asked me a few times if we could meet up and get out, and I have been busy. I have been busy, and I struggle. I'm a very last minute sort of angler, but that'll change now. I've got a diary. I've never had a diary in my life, but now I've got a diary. That'll change because I need to be more organised. Yeah, so as I say, there's fish every cast. There's plenty of fish out there. Little small pin whiting, doggies. Yeah, as I've now got a diary, that'll change. I will be more organised, or I have to be more organised, should I say. But we've had a pleasant night. We're going to carry on for another half an hour, see what happens. Hopefully we can pick something else up. The tide is going to turn any minute now for the flood. But I've got work tomorrow and got to get back. Ash got to travel back across the island. So we'll give it another half an hour. I'll either see you with the fish, or I'll see you right at the end when I'm back at the car. If you want to stay to find out what happens, please do. Ready to go, ready to rumble. Third species of the night. Now it's a tiny one, and you could easily mistake this for a dogfish, but it's a gorgeous, beautiful, tiny little bullhush. Third species of the night for myself. Lovely little bullhush. Look at the patterns on that. That is absolutely stunning. Absolute stunning little bullhush. Third species of the night. We're going to wrap it up now, guys. So it's been an interesting night. I've enjoyed meeting Ash, great guy, and it's been very enjoyable. Good conversation, and do you know what? That's what I love. That's what fishing's about at times. Sitting down, having conversation, meeting someone new, putting the world to right, catching a few fish, sharing a few tips, and enjoying it. Absolutely enjoying it. So until the next one, guys, who knows where, who knows when. Keep safe, keep fishing, keep chasing them dreams. Thank you.